moving on to Dr. Yasser Masood, who's a geostrategic analyst from Beijing. Dr. Yasser, in terms of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's visit and how it's being received in Beijing, and also the timing of this visit. Of course, we've seen the visit now. Earlier on, as far as the US president is concerned, we've seen, of course, the Russian also. In terms of now and the timing of it, how do you look at it?
Well, thank you for having me for this very important discussion. I think I would take it in three layers while responding that how this visit is being received in China. And as you just rightly mentioned, that considering the fact that for the last 6 months, Beijing is becoming a diplomatic hub. For instance, Beijing has hosted 4 UN Security Council members out of 5 in the last 6 months. On top of that, many regional countries, leaders, they are warming up towards Beijing. So first thing is that Beijing is becoming more relevant to regional and as well as global diplomacy is concerned. Second is that this visit is happening just after when President Donald Trump visited and President Putin visited, and then just followed by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. Itself signifies the importance of Pakistan in the region and beyond. This is not it is not taken as an ordinary diplomatic opening. I think it is being taken very seriously in Beijing in terms of beyond the celebrations of 75th anniversary. And the matter of fact is that Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif will be meeting with President as well as with the Premier. It also shows a strategic weight in China-Pakistan relations. And I think that this is now turning out to be a new horizon of coordination between China and Pakistan. And also I see it as a pivotal point in transformation to further broaden our relationship when it comes to China-Pakistan economic corridor. And the timing, as you mentioned, is very important because, and let me tell you this first, that up until now, under the CPEC Phase 1, it was more about roads, regional connectivity, and energy sector. But in second phase, a lot is expected, for example, like regional integration, industrial upgrading, inclusion of artificial intelligence, medical facilities, and so on. So, and why the timing is matter? Because right now the region is already in a lot of stress and tension, especially in the Middle East. And the role Pakistan has played in that is absolutely outstanding, considering the fact that Pakistan shuttle diplomacy has been working day in and day out. Let me also tell you that Pakistan's leadership, including Field Marshal and our officials, they have traveled more than 70,000 kilometers in this shuttle diplomacy. And this regional role, which has been assigned to Pakistan or came towards Pakistan, is a great blessing that now the country, the whole world is actually looking at Pakistan as a trusted partner. So this Beijing also sees this, that Pakistan is actually a stabilizer in the region, especially towards the Middle East, because Pakistan shares very good relations with the Gulf countries. Pakistan has equally good relationship with Washington. Pakistan has outstanding relationship with Beijing. So Pakistan is at a critical and unique juncture, which it provides a sort of stability which no other state can do. So that is why Beijing is putting more trust in Pakistan and seeing Pakistan and not only as a partner or a friend, but also as a regional stabilizer, which Pakistan is now placed in the calculation of policies which is emanating from Beijing. That's where Pakistan rightly fits in.
So, Dr. Yasir, Chinese companies are increasingly exploring opportunities in manufacturing, digital economy, smart infrastructure. What makes Pakistan, in your opinion, an attractive destination for them?
Well, Pakistan offer a lot of opportunities to China in number of ways. For example, as my co-panelist just mentioned, the bulge of youth. This creates a very good complementarity with China, because here one of the problems is that they have the aging population and they need youth for in their workforce, in their urban areas. That's where Pakistan can create a dividend for Pakistani youth. Other than that, I think the strategic geography is also very important, because through Gawada we connect to South Asia, to Central Asia, to Africa, and that's where China is also looking at. Because and why I'm saying this, because the future belongs to the hydrocarbon reserves, and as we see that how much energy shortages have been created through Strait of Hormuz, which has become a real stress almost for the entire world. So whoever will control or will have more leverage on the hydrocarbon reserves will actually be more stable and will rule the world. That's where the importance of CPEC has become manifolded after this crisis. And that is how they're also looking at it with this perspective. Another point I would like to highlight is that in Pakistan, China is actually also now trying to relocate its industry because of higher labor and because of other costs. Pakistan is one of the breeding grounds where the industry can be relocated because of our nominal lower costs. And CPEC already has the base, so we don't have to start from scratch. And on top of that, we also have a political trust. The only thing is that policy coordination is concerned, we have to amend that accordingly so that we can invest, can catch more investment. And then I would like to mention is that Pakistan is still considered an agrarian economy or semi-industrial economy. That's where I think Pakistan still has the strength in small and medium industries. I think if with the help of China we can tap on that opportunity, this will turn out to be a big dividend for Pakistan. And the last point I would like to mention is that there is a lot of room as far as the cultural diplomacy is concerned, as far as the AI integration is concerned, because China is very advanced in all these arenas. And I think with this coordination and with this visit, a lot will come into benefits of Pakistan, because Pakistan is still considered a sort of a barren economy. And there are a lot of hundreds kind of startups can be kicked in for Pakistan. And we have the potential, we have the talent, youth is already there. Our youth can compete. The only thing is that we have to further align with China. Traditionally, we have always been looking westward, but I think the times have changed now. We are living in a multipolar world order where China is taking the lead, and China is giving these technologies to its partners, and Pakistan being the next door and having such good strategic cooperation can take the maximum benefit from the Chinese expertise.
Yasir, in terms of where we are at this time as far as the world is concerned, how do you see this relationship evolving? And do you think that we, Islamabad and Beijing, are, of course, we've seen alignment over decades. How aligned are we with regard to regional security priorities at this time with Beijing?
I think we are very much aligned because, as you know, that 90% of our hardware belongs to Beijing, and the expertise which we have got and the military exercises which Pakistan has been conducting along with Beijing. So in terms of this military capability or military wisdom, I think both countries have been sharing this for the last many years. And that has actually changed the whole equation. If we see in the last episode of May 10, that how China stood with Pakistan in terms of helping Pakistan to achieve that milestone. So, in that particular sense, Pakistan is, of course, has the geopolitical profile has Pakistan has been updated, upgraded, and our historically always Pakistan has been carrying on or keeping very cordial relations with its neighbors, because this is what our is the fulcrum of our foreign policy. So, considering this fact, and then the regional tensions which are emanating and growing with the passage of time, because now we are living in an age where there are rapid geopolitical frictions and fragmentation. But Pakistan, the way Pakistan is navigating its relationship with different stakeholders is it's outstanding and amazing. And in that sense, I think there is, in China's eyes, in their policy calculation, Pakistan is much more than a partner now. I can reiterate this fact that China is looking Pakistan with a different lens. Beyond only a symbolic partnership, this is going to turn out to be a long-term strategic partnership where Pakistan can have a lot of investments. We can talk about the digital growth. We can talk about the supply chain management together, and then the in the there could be a more shift from CPAC 1.0 to 2.0 in terms of human development, in terms of technical training center. So there is so much basket and umbrella of opportunities which Pakistan can grab and can have the best dividends for Pakistan.
Dr. Yasir, do you also see defense cooperation extending? Because, of course, like you've mentioned, the way that we are viewed worldwide, the lens with which we are viewed has changed. As far as following what happened, the Markai Haq, and do you see that also extending now further?
Absolutely, beyond any shadow of a doubt, because the way Pakistan has marketed China in the last episode or in the last war in May, China is increasingly happy and cordial because of this. And I think this is also one of the factor where I see the rejuvenation of China-Pakistan defense partnership, because as you know, China is now competing or even beating the Western technology, which actually we have given this realization to China as well. So the global perception has also changed on the Chinese equipments, on the Chinese hardware, on the Chinese technology. And Pakistan has tried it, tested it, applied it in the real wartime zone, and proved to the world that with the help of Chinese technologies, Pakistan can down Rafales, Pakistan can devastate, other military equipment or warfare equipment. So in that sense, yes, there will be more extension of defense cooperation, because I think China also wants to further strengthen Pakistan defense capabilities. This is also in favor of China, because China wants to see Pakistan as a strong partner, and this favors China big time. And I think the new political and geostrategic dimensions have already changed because of Iran and because of this tension. And what I would see is that first, Iran has emerged as a regional power. Pakistan has also emerged as a regional power. So I think much more to come after this visit.